Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering Java-based malware STRRAT steals credentials and comes with .crimson ransomware module. IcedID banking Trojan tricks users with COVID-19 and FMLA, Family and Medical Leave Act, phishing emails, and RagnarLocker ransomware targets the remote management software used by managed service providers. According to recent reports, a malware strain known as STRRAT Malware is being deployed as part of the infamous .crimson ransomware. What is STRRAT Malware? Researchers at G Data Solutions first discovered STRRAT Malware in spam emails. The emails arrive with the attachment labeled neworder.jar. When that attachment is opened, it retrieves a VB script saved under the name bqhoonmpho.vbs. It also downloads Java runtime environment and infects machines on which Java wasn't installed. G Data Solutions researchers also found that STRRAT malware was able to steal credentials and passwords for emails and browsers through keylogging. The malware also comes with a ransomware module appending files with the .crimson extension. Strangely enough, victims can reportedly recover their data by removing the extension from affected file names. How can users defend against emails with malicious payloads? Computer users can defend themselves from malicious payloads by employing better security protocols. Companies can conduct awareness training and educate employees about the dangers of email phishing. Training programs should include simulated phishing exercises to test employee familiarity with hackers' methods and dissuade them from falling victim to common schemes. IT personnel should also add additional security guards like banners that flag emails from untrusted sources. It's important for emails coming from blacklisted or unknown domains to reduce the chance of any macros being executed from malicious email attachments. Hackers can use STRRAT malware to steal credentials stored on web browsers and email accounts. Threat actors can also use this remote access Trojan to steal login info and use it for fraudulent transactions. The keylogging function also allows attackers to gather information including email addresses, usernames, passwords, credit card data, and other sensitive data. The STRRAT remote access Trojan can also be used to execute commands that allow attackers complete access to a computer, using it to install additional malware, ransomware, or cryptocurrency mining code. Hackers are continuing to capitalize on the coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic by using phishing campaigns. According to Juniper Network's Threat Lab researchers, a COVID-19 related phishing campaign has been found to be spreading the banking Trojan IcedID. IcedID is a banking Trojan that executes man-in-the-browser attacks to steal banking information and monitor financial transactions. Hackers lure victims into a set of malicious files attached to emails that utilize keywords such as COVID-19 or FMLA, or Family and Medical Leave Act. The emails are designed to convince recipients that the documents are coming from the US Department of Labor and contain legitimate information. Although the earlier versions of IcedID injected itself into svchost.exe and downloaded encrypted modules, The most recent campaign modifies those tactics by inserting itself into the msiexec.exe process. The infection comes in 3 stages. It starts with a phishing email containing a malicious Microsoft Office attachment. When opened, the file launches a second loader whose purpose is to download yet another IcedID loader. Then, a loader downloads the actual IcedID main module. As for the delivery email itself, it's loaded with broken English and typographical and grammatical errors. Like other COVID-19 phishing attempts, it contains a persuasive call to action with references to the Family First Coronavirus Response Act that provides sick leave and expanded family and medical leave related to the coronavirus. The phishing email reads in part, "Dear employees, the following notice is written to all suitable workers in order to notify of a number of changes that may have been constructed in the current FMLA with regards to the latest Coronavirus Response Act. To ask for leave based on the Family and Medical Leave of Act, remember to analyze the files very carefully, get informed about the adjustments that have been created, fill out the request form, and send to Human Resources until May 31st, 2020. Organizations that have been targeted by IcedID include Amazon, American Express, AT&T, Bank of America, Charles Schwab, Chase, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and others. Other hackers have used phishing to capitalize on the coronavirus pandemic by using bogus Gmail accounts to fool businesses in key industries to hand over their Google credentials. According to Google security researchers, some attacks have ensnared individuals with email invitations to sign up for phony COVID-19 notifications from the World Health Organization. In late April, the FBI said that the number of online crimes reported to its Crime Complaint Center had quadrupled to upwards of 4,000 incidents a day since the coronavirus pandemic began in the US. RagnarLocker targets software commonly used by managed service providers to prevent their attack from being detected. Hackers were first discovered using the RagnarLocker ransomware towards the end of December 19 as part of an attack against compromised networks. RagnarLocker ransomware is a data encrypting Trojan that appears to target businesses specifically. As ransomware attacks increase in popularity, it seems that continuously more file locking Trojans are being deployed. Propagation and encryption. The authors of RagnarLocker likely deploy the threat manually on already compromised systems. This proves that this is a more complex operation than most ransomware propagation campaigns. Before launching RagnarLocker ransomware, the attackers insert a module capable of gathering information that is of interest of the affected machines. The authors of the ransomware state that unless the victim complies with their demands, all their important data will be leaked online. As of now, malware researchers cannot confirm whether the creators of the RagnarLocker ransomware gathered data from the compromised host or whether they're using social engineering. RagnarLocker ransomware uses an encryption algorithm to lock all the targeted data. Upon locking a file, the threat will append a new extension to its name, .ragnar_. Every affected user will have a uniquely generated victim ID, which contains numbers and uppercase letters. RagnarLocker ransomware is capable of spotting any processes linked to commonly used remote desktop applications. If any are detected, the RagnarLocker ransomware will attempt to shut them down. This makes it problematic for the victim to seek remote help. Terminating processes and disabling services are typical schemes used by ransomware to disable security software and backup software and stifle database and mail servers so their data can be more easily encrypted. What has not been witnessed in other well-known ransomware previously, however, is that RagnarLocker specifically targets remote management software commonly used by managed service providers, including the popular ConnectWise and Kaseya software platforms. An MSP uses these applications in providing remote support to their clients. The RagnarLocker encryption process. According to the head of Sentinel Labs, Vitaly Kremez, who has analyzed the ransomware, When initiated, RagnarLocker will review the configured Windows languages preferences. If Windows language preferences show that one of the countries were part of the USSR, RagnarLocker will terminate its process and not encrypt the machine. If the infected user passes this review, the ransomware will stop several Windows services and start to encrypt the files on the machine. For each encrypted file, a pre-configured extension similar to .ragnar_22015ABC is appended to the file's name. Also, the Ragnar file marker will be attached to the end of every file that has been encrypted. Ultimately, a ransom message named .rgnr_.txt will be generated with more information on the attack, a ransom amount, a Bitcoin payment address, and a Tox chat ID to communicate with the attackers. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.